Whether you think that it's the most wonderful time of the year or not, Christmas is a holiday that makes most of the world merry and bright. To finish with the weird song puns, we're going to proceed to today's video, which is 10 things about Christmas you probably don't know about, but you'll surely love to learn. Are you ready to take a ride on the sleigh? Ho, 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 ho! Let's go, go, go! Number 1. It's not actually Jesus' birthday. There is no mention of December 25th anywhere in the Bible, and in fact, there's no mention of when exactly Jesus was born at all. Among early Christians, this fact caused a lot of debate, and it wasn't until the 4th century AD in the Roman Empire that his birthday was celebrated on December 25th. The most popular theory as to why the date was settled on is it was borrowed from pagan traditions that already occurred on that day. Amazing, really. Jesus' birthday may have been in March or August, but it's hard to think of Christmas without wishing for snow now, isn't it? Number 2. Xmas is still Christmas. Although many believe the abbreviation Xmas, you're taking Christ out of Christmas, well, it's actually not true. In fact, the X comes from the Greek letter chi, which is the first letter of the Greek version of Christ's name, which is Christos. And since Greek was the original language of the New Testament, this has stayed simply as an abbreviation and been in use since the mid-1550s. Number 3, the reason behind Christmas crackers. It was a dark and stormy night. Okay, we don't know if it actually was, but we think it was. During the late 1840s, a London sweets maker named Tom Smith sat by a crackling log fire and imagined how fun it would be if his wrapped sweets made the same sound when opened. A short time later, CocaCola, a log-shaped sweet package with a surprise crackle element inside, were put on the market. The rest is history. The public came to know these amazing gifts as crackers, and although with the years the sweets inside them were replaced with other trinkets, after the 20th century they've become part of festive customs. All we can say is thank you, Tom Smith. You did a really wonderful thing adding this addition to Christmas festivities. Number 4 is Rudolph, the advertisement. Rudolph doesn't come from the famous 1949 song, and he didn't come from a traditional Christmas story either. Actually, he came from a 1939 ad campaign written by Robert L. May, who was a writer for Montgomery Ward in Chicago. Every year, the store would give away free coloring books as holiday gifts to children who visited the store's Father Christmas. And Rudolph's story sold 2.4 million copies its first year in publication. Rudolph, the big money success. Way to go, Rudolph. Number 5, kiss me under the mistletoe. Now, mistletoe just isn't a symbol of Christmas, although most of us nowadays make that connection with it. But in fact, the ancient Greeks and Norse mythology, mistletoe was a symbolic herb for centuries. It's been linked with love and fertility, and as word of mouth and myths usually go, these beliefs led to the custom of kissing under the mistletoe. The tradition was popular in Victorian England when men would look to steal a kiss from any woman lingering underneath the mistletoe. Refusal was seen as bad luck. That's very sneaky. Number 6, meat pies are mince pies. And yes, we're actually talking about the original ones. Medieval people during the 16th century believed that if you ate a mince pie every day from Christmas to Twelfth Night, which is the 5th of January, you'd have happiness for the whole year. These were known as Christmas pies, and they contained anything from rabbit to mutton to pigeon to pheasant. And they were larger than the modern ones we have today and made in a more oval shape to represent Jesus' crib. Number 7, CocaCola and the Red Santa. The popular belief has Santa wearing a red coat because of the infamous Coca-Cola advertising campaign. But you can rest assured, not true. St. Nicholas was actually depicted in all kinds of books and illustrations wearing scarlet long before the Coca-Cola and the company were even invented. We might not know who was the first to put a red coat on him, but it was not Coca-Cola. Although we have to admit that since the 1930s, they help immensely with the image we have of the jolly old man. Number 8, Christmas trees are actually a pagan tradition. Well, Christmas trees were actually something to drive away the evil in the pagan homes. During the winter solstice, they would decorate their doors with evergreen branches to serve as a reminder to the evil spirits that spring is just around the corner. This was so popular it survived the conversion to Christianity. During the 16th century in Germany, people began to bring the Christmas trees to their house, and the old tradition became even more popular during the mid-19th century in the UK, when Queen Victoria and her family were drawn in the Illustrated London News standing around the main Christmas tree at Windsor Castle. Number 9. Boxing Day is not what you think. We might think Boxing Day is just a day to relax in the house and eat all the leftovers from the previous day's celebration, but actually it has a story of its own. The most popular theory suggests it was a day when the servants had the day off to visit their families. Their employees would send them home with Christmas boxes, which might have money, gifts, food, or altogether a thank you to them for their service throughout the past year. Number 10 is traditional Christmas peacock. We might think that turkey is the ultimate winner when it comes to traditional Christmas meals, but did you know this only happened over the past 500 years? Before that, people were feasting with geese, boar's heads, and peacocks. The first one to enjoy an actual turkey on Christmas Day was Henry VIII, because the bird was considered to be luxury, and the idea continued up until the 1950s. We have to say we're thankful that our Christmas table doesn't have a peacock in the middle. There you have it for today, our festive top 10 facts that you didn't know about Christmas. Which one did you find the most peculiar? Is there anything else you'd like to add to the list? Let us know in the comments below, and have a happy and safe holiday season.